Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new solo lane play-by-play video. We're playing some Sun Wukong here. Before we start, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support. Seems like Troll Tuesdays was a success. And now today, what day are we on now? Is it Thursday today? It's Wednesday today. Not Thursday. Did I? Okay, excuse me. Yeah, I'm all out of whack. It is Wednesday today. I'm going to be recording this video obviously for Thursday tomorrow. And I want to really quickly, before we start, just again, thank you guys for all the support. Quite frankly, today I'm having a pretty dreadful day. This is one of the worst days I've had in a very, very long time. But coming here, doing a video, getting to talk to all you guys in the comments about Smite, about other stuff, all that, always brings a good mood and a smile to my face. So thank you very much for that. And we'll continue on with this streak, no matter the roadblocks and barricades in the way. We're laning against an Odin, which is a very, very smooth lane for Sun Wukong. Generally speaking, Odin is a great teamfight character, but really, really struggles. And I don't know why my auto attacks are so delayed there. It's very weird, but it seems like we're okay now. Generally speaking, Odin is a pretty weak laner, great teamfight character though, obviously. Yeah, that was very odd. I don't know why my auto attacks were like so slow. Either way though, should be pretty simple. All we kind of need to do is stun out his 3 in the times that we're able to reach him, and in spots like this where he's just walking up, we're just going to auto attack him, get the 3 off the moment our passive is applied. He's going to walk away. He got a shield so he doesn't die. We hit him with the 1. He's not dead, but completely forced out of the lane already. So really, really important. If you're in a situation where the other guy is going to clear faster than you, and you'll know that because the moment they hit level 2, they're done with their camps, right? There's going to be matchups sometimes, and you'll kind of learn them and just be familiar with them. For example, Wukong's generally going to win most level 1 camp clears, but for the most part, you'll kind of just learn them. But you can also just check and see, okay, well, when do they hit level 2? And if they do hit level 2 before you, you probably don't want to path up through that middle point of the wave, or of the lane, excuse me, because if you do, that's going to happen. You're just going to kind of get auto-attacked, and that fight almost certainly is not going to be good for you. Obviously, it depends on the characters, but if you're getting out clear, chances are, yeah, they have a better early game fight. So, best play for him would have just been to back up. We're going to follow him here. Again, when he threes, he is just going to die. The auto this. We can just avoid. Again, he's kind of like playing in the minions, so he doesn't die right away, but the same thing still happens. So again, we're just kind of holding our dash for him to use his 3. He gets in the minions, so I can't actually tiger him, but it doesn't really matter. I can get a quick reset here. Going Blackthorn is good, going Runeforge is good. It's really up to you. It's a preference thing. Runeforge is a little bit more damage-centric, and I'm really kind of about pushing my lead in a lane like this where I know I can just kind of get ahead, so I'm just going to go for a Runeforged. He's going to jump, which is, again, another bad idea, and we're going to do the exact same thing. Okay, it's 3 out of the way, auto him again, get the 1 off, and he's almost dead, not quite. But considering he just reset, obviously, from dying, and TP'd back, this is a world of trouble for him to be into. We can just kind of get these neutrals here and play solid right now, and the game, for all intensive purposes, is already over, as long as we just, like, don't throw. In this wave situation right here, we actually just have the freedom just to hold this wave a little bit. I'm going to do this totem, go do the silver camp, excuse me, and then after that, we kind of have a decision where we can look to go for his blue buff. I'm not going to have help here, meaning it's just me. It doesn't really matter though. I'm level 5. I feel really good for it. You do have to, be mindful of the fact that potentially, of course, as we see Tsukiyomi on right, so we can actually take our sweet time with this. Potentially, of course, there is risks to be incurred. We get the stun off though on him. Make sure to body block him a little bit. He can't walk away, and that's just another smooth pickup. So really, this, again, bad matchup for Odin. The way you kind of do better is a bit of a lag spike. The way you kind of do better in a lane like this and don't maybe struggle as hard is you just kind of relinquish some pressure early. It's really, really important in this game when you're in these losing matchups to just play your health bar. I really try to heighten that kind of discussion when I'm playing characters like Amaterasu, and I talk about how you just need to get to a certain amount of gold, and I'd much rather you lose out 50% of the gold from a wave than lose out on 20% but lose 80% of your health, right? Because then you're just eliminating all chances for you to do anything else. And had this Odin just sat back, sure, he would be behind 200-300 gold, and yeah, that doesn't feel great, but like, you're playing a bad matchup. You know what I mean? Like, that kind of happens. Maybe you'd be down even 400, but you're playing a bad matchup. That kind of happens. And you know, again, he just spaces, focuses on clearing a little bit more when it's a bit safer to do so. I'm not saying he's ahead or even, but he's not down 2 levels flat, right? So sometimes you got to concede and just, again, play safe. If you ever play League of Legends, I'm learning this through League at the moment. I've been really enjoying that game. I'm like level 43 and I've been grinding it when I'm not doing these Smite videos. And I'm playing top lane in it, which is like solo, and there's some of these range characters that you go against them, you just have to kind of run away. And the idea is like, hey, if we just kind of run away and do nothing for a while, eventually our moment's going to come and we'll be way more valuable. But when, you know, you look for these fights and kind of just up down like this, like without sense, you're really just getting punished more often than not. And we're just going to get off that to do a little bit of poke and pull this right away. Now, if Odin walks over to this, which he very well may, all we have to do is just get off of it and wait for our 1. But before we wait for our 1, we can just secure it, number 1, because he went for it. But we just want to kind of fight him. You know, if you're in a spot where you're contesting and you're very clearly not able to contest, and we just play a zone here, and you're very clearly not able to contest, like, let's make sure we actually highlight that. We're just going to hit the guy so he has no really opportunity to be in a good spot. You could imagine if our jungler was playing with us, and it's not bad that he isn't, mind you, but you'll find that, like, that guy's a free kill more often than not. And even if he's not, look, he's forced back. He might have TP, actually. I'm not sure if he does. Regardless of if he does or he doesn't, he's in a lot of trouble because the wave is, like, in this spot of tension where if he doesn't have TP and I freeze the wave, and again, I'm freezing here because I have nothing else to do on the map. I'm going to do this totem, but I have nothing else to do in terms of, like, I don't have a silver camp, a Naga, or I don't have like a blue to invade, something like that. So I can just freeze, do something here. And the idea is that because these minions are killing each other, I know some people are curious about freezing, I'm not losing anything, and I'm good to just kind of stick to that. And so, you know, I will, and that's kind of just that. If this Odin TP's back, the wave's not pushed, so he's going to have to walk up to fight. And as we see, he does not have TP up. They do have a DC on their team. He's back, though. That's good. And look, so he loses, what, 1, 2, 3 minions. Maybe he'll lose a 4th. I'm going to want to crash, or excuse me, not crash, just push this next wave. And the idea is I want to go for their blue. So you're freezing until you have a reason to justify breaking it in a spot like this. And even then, if the blue wasn't coming up, or I said to myself, hey, I don't want to invade this blue because I think there's too much of a risk to be incurred, which I don't think is the case at all in a spot like this. But if I did think that, let's say I was a little less ahead and I was really worried about their jungler, some crap like that, right? I could just continue to hold that tension, just try to poke the guy out and gain an advantage that way through, you know, just getting him low and stuff like that. So we'll get these smalls here. We've been caged. We secure with our 1. Never mind, we suck. And oh my gosh, we were 1 health. So E-Shell did rotate. That was a good decision by her. I am dead. Tough. That's sad. That's sad. Okay, fair enough. Probably should have not invaded then. It is all good. My 1 didn't get the blue buff by like a hair. I think it was like 10 health. Happens. That's all good. At least if we would have gotten that, we would have felt a little bit better. Great rotation by their mid. I mean, I gotta give him marks for that. We'll go into Soul Eater, build a hybrid build here. Some damage, some defense. Best bet would have probably just been to land out of the ult right away and just go for a dash out. But again, in a spot like that, I'm probably dead. 2 of them, I win the 1v2. But yeah, 3rd guy, not so much. You can just knock up here, use the 2. That's a really easy way to secure. You can also obviously just 1 it. You can silence Tiger. You just kind of have to look at like the spot, and right there, that was the easiest way for us to do that. So yeah, a little bit of a mishap by us, but I got to be honest, I kind of want a slightly closer game, just because it's a better video. So don't want them surrendering or anything like that. You know, despite the death, we still do have a 3-level lead, 1300, soon to be 1500. Right upon clearing this blue buff lead, so we're definitely doing okay. A spot like that, honestly, I didn't have info on the new, excuse me, on the E-Shell, so just a bit unfortunate, but like, I should realistically just kind of take the assumption that they will show up, because it was pretty obvious Suki was coming, and again, I'm not worried about that guy, and this guy's just going to be dead. But again, in a spot like that, I can realistically just kind of not do anything. I can push the wave and like hover, and if they pop up, I can just walk away. So that's what I should have done. Again, I kind of just like was stubborn about it. I mean, it goes to show though, like, you know, if we force that rotation over there and we don't die, and even if we don't get the blue, like they brought 3 over, and this character's ultimate is so ridiculous. I'm totally fine here. I can get a return kill though, for sure. Why did he do that? Oh no. Oh, we've been trolled so hard. We have been trolled so hard. Man, oh man. Okay, tough, 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 tough. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think we actually like are totally fine there. If that doesn't happen. Granted, we did get ulted by the nut, which is kind of crazy. This is a weird game. I mean, so be it. It doesn't really matter. Like, it's okay. That's just strange. All right, fair enough. We're up 1700, so you know, despite a bit of a death, and obviously Isho got a lot of farm, we're doing more than okay. You know, if people are sending ADC rotations at 8 minutes to mid to ult us, like, yeah, it does suck because we drop out some kills, but he loses a tower for it. So map state wise, it's really not a win. And it looks a little less pretty for the stat line, but besides that, it's really not a big deal. We've got double damage here, so we're more than capable of fighting him. I'm sure he's going to get this totem. I'm not really playing for the totem, playing for this kill. Get the 1 off on him, get the 3, and he is just gone. Again, that damage with your passive, with this kind of double damage start like this, it's going to be really, really effective. Just risky. You know, obviously, not too much health with this build, not a lot of sustain yet until Soul Eater stacks, so you're putting a bit of a gamble, but if you can just kind of leverage like Wukong's passive and giving protections and power, just how strong your early game is on this character in general, especially in a winning matchup, you know, more damage is just more potential to get ahead, right? Like if you guys see some of the Alma games, for example, I talk about this where I'll rush an Executioner maybe before Berserkers, where you go normally Frostbound Berserkers into Xe. But some of those games I'll just go Frostbound into Tier 2 Berserkers and then Xe, or just straight into Xe. And it's just in a spot of like, if you have a lead and they can't punish you, realistically, you may as well do it. Now this is the normal Wukong build, or one of the normal Wukong builds. But it just kind of like highlights that idea of, yeah, if you're in an advantageous spot and you build damage, things are going to be very, very good for you. Again, he is really just like stubborn about this totem, and he'll get it. That's a little unlucky. But at such a steep health bar price when he just reset, you know, he made a little bit of a mistake there, but definitely not really worth it. We just push this wave here. He might stay. I'm going to be able to do these bastions. I'm going to clear it a little slower now. And we're just going to prolong this period now where he just feels super uncomfy. I don't need to dive here and get some crazy kill or something. It's just not really worth it for what I could lose. So we'll just, again, keep him in this spot where he just like doesn't feel good. And we get both bastions super easily. There's no gank threat when somebody's 30% health. And yeah, he'll TP back now, so I can kind of start to hightail out. But again, we've done what we needed to, so it's more than okay. At this point, with bastions down, with a 4.5 level lead, it's rotation time. You know, we can go into a cloak here and say like that's a great pickup for cooldown, all that stuff. But I kind of want to push the pace a little bit, so we're gonna go Glad Shield instead. No cloak this game. Want to do something a little bit faster. The idea with cloak is obviously you need to take a while to stack and all that. This is a great opportunity. We see the Sobek running there. Now we just teleport, and this should be a very, very good fight. Should be. We'll see if it actually is. Got the 2. 1 him. Yeah, it's definitely a good fight. So yeah, again, we just use the teleport when we find a spot. I mean, that's like a silver platter moment. I don't think you normally get a rotation that clearly bad for them, but you know, using that teleport is super important. If you can upgrade your TP early as well, you know, we just managed to get it naturally to tier 2 just from killing minions and stuff. But that's also obviously super good. Just 2, I can ult this. I don't need to, but it's just fun. And we'll walk over to this Nuwa, or Nuwa is our team, never mind. Yeah, we can go do this too. So I don't have ult, but I do have a little bit of fizz defense and stuff. I'm actually going to just walk through this tower and like look for this wraparound. Isho's like almost certainly just dead now. There's a great Nuwa combo. He's pathing to the side. He's still dead though. And yeah, I mean, all this damage is really coming in. So we went from 3 and 2 to 8 and 2, and you know, our 2 deaths were pretty, I would say, I mean, they were big commits by their team. They were good plays. If you're getting kills for plays, they're good plays, right? For the most part. But they were big commits. And considering we're forcing, like, big kind of sweeping rotations, movements, like, overcommitments in a lot of senses, and still building gigantic leads, I mean, who really cares? You know what I mean? So 3,400 lead, 8K lead for the team. I think we've had some pretty big spill over with 9 out of 20 kill participation so far. And yeah, really dominant kind of early start. I haven't done Wukong on this channel beside one video, I believe, and that was a video that very few of you probably watched because that was kind of before things took off, and I had literally just the Wukong card art as a thing. I had no idea how to make thumbnails. I had someone do thumbnails for me for a little bit, and ever since, I believe the Surtur video, with a couple that I had still, like from leftovers, they've all been mine. So yeah, we've done our work a little bit on that. So I'm glad they're at least serviceable. I do appreciate the what's the word? The input on that, especially initially. So this guy's going Cloak, and this is like a really bad pickup here. Cloak's a great item, but when you're in a spot where you just need to kind of farm, miss a minion, that's awesome. You really don't want to build something that's going to kind of hinder your like development of just your build, honestly. We think about like way back in the day, Hide of the Urchin, which kind of was like predicated on getting kills or assists for protections. It's a very similar idea with Cloak. You know, obviously you can just get it from tagging people, but when you're farming and you're constantly going to be playing a catch-up, because this Odin can't just rotate around the map right now, you just kind of be inting. We're going to go Archers, so it's a good burst pickup. Binding is great too. This is kind of an either-or thing. Both are very good. Archers is a little bit more flashy and fun though, so yeah, we're going to give it a go. We're going to just probably blink here. That was a great one. We're still going to probably blink here. Beads, ult, 1, not dead yet. We'll ult now. Patient, and he is dead. Not dead, Aegis, good job. Alright, that's fine. I mean, we got his Aegis and his ult. I'm cool with that. Nuwa just got some. What a talent. Oh, and he gets 2. Oh, awesome stuff. I didn't even remember he had a Nuwa, but goes out pretty cleanly either way. And, yeah, generally speaking, and holy, this is just domination. Are we about to get a right Phoenix? Oh man. Okay, I'll go mid now then. That's fine. We have lost a couple of games in a row. I think you guys have seen my MMRs a bit down. Still like in that Masters Grandmasters area, but you know we're definitely a little deflated right now. So holy crap, they're just getting absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Body blocks are good. The Master's Nut is level 12. We are 18. We can just like kind of push right here. Go back over to mid with that wave. And this should be good. I'm going to go for this ADC. Obviously, we could do a long Tiger here. Generally, if you're doing a Tiger for this period of time, it's like really stupid. So I usually recommend not doing that. You want this to be pretty brisk, but we're trying to close the gap there a little bit. And if she pat in, she was dead. She pats out. She's still dead. We're going to ult the stun there. Should be okay here. Even if I die, like, the value's been made, so I'm going to stun him there, get the 2 off, and he is just gone. Again, Runeforge making us deal extra damage. They killed the Sobek, but then, oh man, his jump got cancelled. They killed the Sobek, but that was just it. Holy, this is like an absolute stomp. I don't even know what to say. Oh, I just body blocked him, didn't I? I definitely body blocked him. All right, it's fine. This is part of the strategy to bring them back into the match a little bit. We need that, you know. Oh, here is a super easy opportunity. So mid's gonna push, and they'll actually just get that Phoenix with those few minions, I think. But more importantly for us, we should have just gone mid. I thought they would have gotten it. We're gonna Tiger here, get an auto 2. She is just gone. I am mystical, so I can't ever blink here, and I'm gonna be anti-healed too. Super anti-healed. Okay, we can't heal. As long as we space here, though, we have a chance. We're gonna Tiger, get the 1 off. He's shielded. I'm still fine though. I do have blink. Oh, poor guy. Thank you for your help, buddy. I want to see them use some more commitment abilities and stuff. Let's see him jump. Okay, he didn't jump. That's fine. I'm still getting dove. Chased, I should say. I'm fine though. My Ox is knockup immune. I'm kind of just baiting them because I have ult and stuff, so I'm really not worried about a dive here. Actually, encouraging one, I'll say. I want to say that they've kind of left me. Okay, they haven't entirely. But we're just going to Tiger up, or excuse me, Ox up. Get the one off on him. Now we go up in the air. Remember, this guy has no Aegis up, so we just kind of wait a second. And ult 2, and he is just gone. So they got to look for a play there, right? It's not a bad one. It's a smart idea. It just isn't really going to work as long as we are a little bit patient. Go get Flame Forged here. I want to go into Bluestone Brooch right away upon hitting level 20 and go on this Odin. Maybe still get him here. Gonna have to do some auto attack magic here with the one. This won't kill him, I don't think. Yeah, that's alright. That is okay. Almost got him. Go over left. And this is a spot where, like, you know, it just kind of do fire and breach a hole open through it, or even you could probably just push. Either one should be pretty okay. See, the thing is with a game like this is, like, it's going to be a short video if I do post this, but we had a hand in it, you know what I mean? I don't mind so much if we have a hand in it. If we don't have a hand in it, that's when it's like, you know, that's when it's a little sad, right? That's when it's kind of lame. Gonna get the stun here, and he is just popped. You know, normally in a game like this, what you would want to do on Wukong is, like, when you have this much damage, you can just build a dive build, but you could also kind of just play counter engage and sort of just peel / just distract backliners a little bit with how mobile you are, and then just kind of, like, you know, flip to peeling and then all that stuff. So you can either, again, play to kind of waste time or just play to kill backliners. It sort of just depends on their comp, their backline, you know, what your jungler is, how easy your dive is, who their support is, stuff like that. And I'm not saying there's like a direct science, like if they have this character, do this and don't do that. No, it's just sort of like you play it and like whatever feels better. I'm always a big proponent of, like, don't dive to kill unless you have a 1000% chance you know you can like really kill them and the very least force actives and stuff. So playing to just like zone and keep people out and just look through like little pot shots over walls and stuff on Wukong, super good. Again, he's an assassin-esque soul laner, even though he's a warrior, so fits him really well. Looking at our builder right now, we've got 20% cooldown. This is like a really great opportunity to kind of capitalize, get a little bit more. This is a spot you could honestly go breastplate in. You could go Pridwin as well. Pridwin is like pretty strong on this character. We'll go that. You could even, if you really wanted to, go a little bit more damage. Brawler's not bad here. Crusher, not bad here. Heartseeker, also very good. So any of those options are fine. I generally recommend to go a little bit more defense rather than damage, just because I think the damage, although effective, is like you're really playing hard to this jungler-esque playstyle, and that's not bad, but it can just be like a little bit less dynamic in team fights, just because, you know, like you have to kind of get your damage off, and you're more volatile, and you have a higher chance of just getting popped, which, you know, if you're a jungler, that's not as big of a deal, but if you're a soul laner, kind of expected at times to be a tank. So again, I tend to build a defense item last year, but if you wanted to go like some kind of hybrid item, a void shield here even, I think that'd be very good. So by all means, do that. And, you know, sometimes people ask me also with builds, they're like, hey, I go, you know, Bluestone, Soul Eater, Glad Shield, Oni's, Binding, Pridwin on Wukong, which is like a build you could do in like Mulan and stuff. Is that good? And quite frankly, like, it is, you know. With builds, generally speaking, you look at, like, what are we trying to achieve? Do we have physical defense as an item? Yes. Do we have magical defense or a hybrid equivalent? Yeah. And we actually are going to have two of them, right? Do we have, like, some damage? 100%. So realistically, as long as you kind of, like, have the cores of, like, what you need in a build, like, I look at this Odin's build, for example, and he's 1 and 9, but he's got physical defense, magical defense, and a shared prod item. That's really what you're trying to do, right? So you can get to the nitty gritty of it, and sometimes there's going to be things that are like better than others for certain reasons and stuff, but as long as you're building along that path of, like, I want to go dedicated physical defense, dedicated magical defense, and if I'm playing some of these damage dealers, I can kind of sacrifice maybe a little bit of one side or the other to go some damage, you're generally going to be okay, right? I think, you know, obviously building well is super important, and I do recommend to everybody to use Smite Pro builds. It's just a website that literally just takes pro players' builds for every character, just their recent ranked games and stuff. So if you want to go see Thor solo, you'll see me on there. If you want to go see Adapting's, I don't know, Mercury Jungle, you'll also see it on there. I don't really use the site because I'm playing solo and I know the builds, but if I am off roll, I do actually sometimes take a look over there. So I mean, hey, if I'm using it and it's helpful to me, you can see the player who built it. 'Cause sometimes, people try stuff and that doesn't mean their builds are always going to be the hottest, but chances are you'll be fine. Because look, when it comes to Smite, like, you can control how you build, always. You can control, of course, what you play, and if you can get those two down pretty solidly, I think you'll be able to improve a lot. It really is sad when people, like, build really bad, and I normally see it in backliners just not building pen. And we are just barraging the base right now. Get a stun off here. They're gonna hold, which is fine. Okay. It was worth a shot. It was worth a shot. Yeah, there's no kill potential here just yet for this Titan. I'm on cooldowns right now where I would do something. What is he doing? That could not have been a good idea. But you know what? With the slow, I see the vision. I see the vision. Get the Ox on him. We could have looked for a we could have looked, excuse me, I had to lock in for a second. We could have looked for a Tiger, but I didn't want to get, like, I'm not sure if he had Aegis or something, so could have been really, really suspect. Alright, we got the Phoenixes. I'll reset. We can just play for another siege and we should be golden. See, it kind of got a little, I'm not gonna say closer because this game's still pretty commanding, but they've kind of held out a little bit, and that's what we want. We got a crazy stat line. I get to put some super title like most dominant Wukong game ever, or like, is this the greatest Wukong game of all time? Some crap like that, which is like clearly not true. But I can put in the title and someone's gonna believe it probably. So
My
that's
brother,
good.
the only thing I need to know is are
What's up?
you already in a match?
Dude, I'm actually recording a video right now. I forgot I was in a Discord. Oh my gosh. Um, so I'm gonna hop out, but I am in a match, my friend.
Ah,
Yeah,
all
my
right, my brother.
my bad, bro. Have a good one,
Good
dude.
luck and much victories your way.
Thank you, man. Thank you. How my Discord is not opening. Holy crap. What a pain. Let's figure this out. Okay, he left. What a beast. Guys, I'm in the Smite channel Discord, just in an open call. I completely forgot I'm in here. I meant to leave and my Discord is not even opening, so I can't. Man, we've been racing against the clock from just some random dude just joining and just like starting saying some crazy stuff. I didn't even realize. Okay, that's the Easter egg of the video. Awesome. That's awesome, guys. If you do want to ever hit me up or anything, by the way, my Discord is just Snaddy, just like in Smite. It's actually lowercase s, I think, but I don't think that matters. We're going to get the secure of the dub here, 15-13. Wonderful match. We'll take a quick look at the stats and call it a wrap there. 26 minutes, 49-21. Obviously a lot of dominance, but that is just a funny thing. Yeah, I completely forgot. I was in here earlier just like talking to my friend, but if you ever, do see me in here or something like that, it's just the Smite like server Discord like for the game. So it's like the big one that everybody's in. Feel free to say hello. Normally I'm not gonna be recording videos if I'm in here. I kind of forgot to leave. But what a nice guy. That guy was great. Shout out to that dude. But yeah, so just let me know. Obviously, you can always message me if you have any questions, stuff like that. Comment below. Also does work. Um, there is some beef in the post-game lobby chat. I'm so tempted to almost just sit here and soak it in for the stream. Neither did the trolling go. He wasn't trolling. He just got owned. Like, what's the difference? With 30k damage, not as much as the new but we'll live with that. Great gold per minute, 700 gold per minute. Maybe that's our title. We'll figure it out. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to this point, I don't know what to comment. Something related to that last little excursion. I hope that was picked up. That was really funny. But thank you guys for watching. We'll see you sometime soon. Let me know what you'd like to see in the future. Peace.